The United States of America has one of the shortest founding documents ever written. But it also has the longest lasting codified Constitution. And neither of these facts is a coincidence. That's because our founders left the Constitution intentionally broad so it could still apply to modern day situations. Whereas some governments are constantly having to redo their founding document every 10 or 15 years in order to keep up with the times. Ours is founded on innate human nature and fundamental principles, things that never change, no matter the time period or decade we find ourselves in. But the 4 assigned topics for this year all deal with incredibly precise functions of our government. These amendments and their sections, though they are used infrequently, serve an essential facet in our rule of law. And the Third Amendment is a prime example of this. And while the thought of U.S. soldiers marching into our homes, demanding a place to stay, may seem foreign to us today, it was a very real concern of the newly freed colonies. And that's because before the Revolutionary War, the British Parliament passed what was called the Quartering Act, demanding that the colonists provide rations, livestock, transportation, and quarters to any and all British soldiers that required it. These British soldiers would then use that law to its fullest extent, often demanding transportation and rations from an already poor farming and merchant class. Instead of serving the British Parliament's intentions of quelling the insurrectious and rebellious talk of the colonists, it would only fan the flames of revolution, bringing us one step closer to war. These colonists were without rations, without transportation, already minimal, and still they were demanded to give more to the British government and their soldiers. Which is why when the founding convention came up and the Bill of Rights was becoming to be passed, James Madison himself, the founder of the Constitution, would propose that the Third Amendment be placed within the Bill of Rights. However, after its near unanimous passing, it has never been used in the Supreme Court case as a part of a major decision. It's been used in smaller arguments here or there, but never the linchpin, never the focus. And that's because, for me, the Third Amendment's importance lies not in its Supreme Court usage, not in its daily government action, but instead the principle that it upholds. That private property is foundational to any democratic society. It requires the largest, the most powerful government in the world must first ask the smallest citizen to house their soldiers in times of peace. It sets forth a principle that even the federal government must first come to the citizen. The Third Amendment places restrictions on federal power and on the federal government, and it ultimately benefits the American people as a whole. Thank you.